Hello everyone, my name is Amy Eversole. I'm the Adult Services Librarian at the Prairie County Public Library. Thank you for joining me this evening, and tonight I am going to show you how to make some stacked pumpkins using socks. Now you're just going to need a few things. So you're going to need, of course, just like a plain white sock. This is probably like a tube-sized sock. And you'll need some gems that you can get in like the floral department at Walmart, and you'll need twine, some rubber bands. Those are optional. You don't have to use rubber bands, but they're there. And then you will need some paint brushes. I have 3 set out, and then a hair dryer to help with the drying process of your paint. And I did mine with 3 different colors, and I chose their matte finishes, and one is apricot, the other is Tuscan teal, and this one is yellow. And you'll also need hot glue gun. So you can see that Miss Amy's already begun putting her first pumpkin layer together. It's already together, and all that you're going to do is you get about a handful of stones and put into the bottom of your thing. You section it off with a rubber band, and then I took just a piece of twine and cut to make it like stems, like I did in between my sections. So you could just tie it off with the twine. That's totally up to you. Or you can make it just a little bit more tighter. You can put the rubber band around your sock. So I'm going to continue on making my other layers, and I will show you what to do once we're done with that. Okay, so now that you have your pumpkins all shaped out, and I used about a bag and just a little bit more of a second one, but depending on what size you want your pumpkins, you may need 2 or 3 of those bags of those little gems. And like I said, I did a rubber band, plus I added some twine to cover it to give it a more little rustic look, and I didn't use the rubber band for my top layer. I just tied it off with the twine. So now it depends how long you want your stem to be. So I'm going to leave about an inch and a half, and that's it. And I'm just going to take scissors and cut the top of that off. Now, here's where your hot glue gun comes in to play. Once you get ready to make your stem, all you're basically going to do, and remember, they call it a hot gun for a reason. That gets hot. Trust me, Miss Amy's been burnt plenty of times, but if she's not careful, she'll burn herself right here. But this is what I do, is I just do a little bit at a time. I make me 2 or 3 rows. And I will start taking and I can use my paintbrush end and kind of push it down. Told you Miss Amy would get it. But you just start wrapping your twine all the way around your stem. And you're just going to continue adding the hot glue until you get it all covered to how you want it to look. Okay, so I'm done with my stem, and a little burn later, but it's all right. And so I'll pick out what order I want to paint what color to do them. And so I started with this color, the Tuscan teal, and I'll paint my bottom layer. And as I'm painting, I will lift it up and get under there as best as I can, and I will do the same, repeat for my middle color and my top color. Like I said, these are the colors I chose. You do not have to choose these colors. And that's when your hair dryer will come in handy, because the paint gets the sock pretty wet and it'll take it a little bit to dry. Once it's dry, you will then secure your pumpkins down together by taking more hot glue and lifting up and going around the edge and pressing it down together. And you probably want to do that on a high temp. It'll keep your pumpkins stable and will keep them from leaning over, and you can kind of push one out and bring one over to the side and make all kinds of shape with it. I hope you've enjoyed this craft, learning about it, and this is how mine turned out, and we'll hope you'll watch next time. Stay safe.